Hi everyone and welcome back to another episode of Jasey's Minecraft Life. I'm stood in front of my zero tick sugarcane farm. If you've not seen the tutorial for it yet, the link will be at the top right of your screen or in the description below. Today we're going to have slightly shorter than normal, still pretty substantial episode. I'm actually going to be doing some building. But I've been really busy trying to get together a 100 subscribers special for you because yes, we reached our first 100 subscribers and I just cannot thank everyone enough. I'm so happy. Thank you very, very, very much. It feels like a million. But yes, without further ado, let us get to building.
Oh, that's just typical that it's raining now that I want to build something. I'm actually going to build this on camera for a change. I'm not doing a time lapse because last time I did a time lapse, I died. So we're going to do it now on camera. We're going to start with the farmer's market because that is where we are going to be getting our emeralds from. And this is going to look quite similar to the breeder. Let me just figure out how high. I'll just mark the corners first. As you can see, I've mapped out the my little cubicles, as I call them, for the villagers. I've mapped that out with dirt so I know where I'm going, so it's not going to stay like that. I'm not sure how high I want this yet, so I'm just going to mark out the corners. Okay. Now I'm going to go with probably a mixture of woods actually. Not found any dark oak or jungle wood yet. That's one thing we need to do, isn't it? We need to go exploring again for more resources. So, but for now we've just got the spruce and the oak and the birch. So this is going to be really simple because I mean farmers markets are usually just sort of pop-up stalls, you know, they are just markets, but this is going to be more of a fixture on the landscape. So you know, it's a building or it's kind of a glorified shed. A structure anyway. It's a dedicated structure just for the farmers market. So these people love their farming so much that they built a permanent structure just for the farmers market. In the town where I live, we actually they still do the cattle markets, and they have permanent buildings there. They have all the corrals and everything, you know, for all, you know, for the animals to be viewed while the auction's going on. You know, it's quite a big thing here. The area where I live is a very rural, very farm orientated area. You can't walk a few yards without stepping into a farmer's field, but yeah, so we do have things like this, not on such a small scale, it's a lot bigger, but we do have things like this where I live. So we're going to go with 3 block high walls. I think these outer walls are going to be a different wood. I think that's what I'm going to do with those. Not sure. I may change my mind. It's quite possible. That's how I build usually. I just start placing blocks, and if it doesn't look right, I take it down and try something else. So it's never really planned. The most I plan is the you know, the footprint, and then how it's actually going to look changes with time. So we're going to go with oak for the outer walls. Now these sort of functional parts of the build, when I've done these before, this always tends to be quite simple. In fact, I think possibly needs to come out one, doesn't it? And at the other end, yeah, I think that's what it needs, because we want all the walls of the cubicles to be the same wood. Yeah. So we've already changed our minds. That's what happens. Jasey building. You never know what you're going to get. Okay, so I'm just going to carry on with the rest of this outside wall, and I'll come back when I'm about to start the roof. Come back a little bit earlier than I said, because what I want to explain is when you build, if you're building an enclosure for your villagers, they can be hit in like through this corner. So if your villager is standing in this corner and you've got a zombie here, he can actually attack him. But if I have all these filled in, it looks a bit too flat. I want a bit of shape to it. So what I'm going to do instead is just put some fence posts in on this side, and on this side, just so it looks quite nice and pretty, we're going to put some leaves, a bit of green in there, just to make it a lot less woody. Okay, so yeah, I'll carry on and I'll be back in a sec. What wandering tradesman? I didn't see him. Or his llamas. No, I don't know what you're talking about. No, nothing to do with me. I was just building. I've done what I need to do for the cubicles for now. I think I'm gonna leave the floor as grass. And I'm not sure about the fence on the outside. I may change it, I'm not sure, but it's serving a purpose at the moment. So we're going to start on the roof. But as you can see, each villager, each farmer is going to have his own 2x2 bit. I'm going to have a composter there and then a block there that matches that. And they'll each have a bed. We're going to introduce them to this new village one at a time so that we can decide which beds and which workstations they link to. Because I'm very bossy when it comes to villagers. I like them to do as I tell them. But for now, we're going to start with the roof. We're going to carry on with the roof. Start the roof. Yeah, we're doing the roof right now. I like to make a bit of a feature of the roofs. I'll probably, oh, that's going to be annoying, isn't it? I'll probably do a couple of arches. I don't know. I don't know yet. Once again, it's one of them things. When I build, I just place blocks. I just start throwing blocks together. If I like it, I'll keep it. If I don't, I'll change it for something else. So this might change as well. But I want it to have kind of a barn feel. I want it to look rural. It's completely made of wood apart from this trim on the roof. So it's not it's not going to be anything grand and spectacular to look at. But hopefully it'll have that nice rural farmy feel to it. Yeah. It won't look horrible anyway. So I'm going to carry on with that. And I'll be back with you when I've finished it. And here it is finished. Okay, so I did change my mind about a few things. Oh, we had the drowned problem. I took the leaves out from inside because it was feeling a bit too closed in. Put them on the outside instead. Put them on top of the fence because if I put them there, then stuff can jump over the fence. So, nothing spectacular. Again, it's quite simple. But I'm quite pleased with it. It's got that, a sort of a farmy feel to it, I suppose. We just need to get it filled up with villagers now. I need to get some more wool to make lots of beds for them. So let's get going with that. And it's raining and it's getting dark, so I'll go and have a sleep. And we'll go make some beds and fetch some villagers.
Okay, so we have got our last villager in our boat that's going to be a farmer. One guy over there got out while I was getting this guy, but he's just going to have to stay there in that boat, and I'm just going to have to hope that he'll be safe until we get back. So let's take this guy and let's go and make him our last farmer. And here we are. Oh, this has been such a long process. It's taken me absolutely ages to film this episode, but it's fine. This is necessary. This is how I play, and so I have to just stick with it. I think I've got a bed for him. Yeah, I did have. And we're back. Did I put them in here? Oh yes, there we are. Last bed for the last villager. Okay, so he's linked to his bed. And we want potatoes, please, Mr. Farmer. No, not beetroot. No, I've got an axe, my axe broke. Potatoes, please. No, not beetroot. Potatoes. Now, if you're wondering why I'm only doing carrots and potatoes, it's because when you harvest them... Oh, yay! Oh, I don't have any on me. I don't have enough of them. It's just all the bread locking that trade. When you harvest the carrots and potatoes, you can use the Fortune 3. Oh, why did I break that? I want to break the boat. You can use the Fortune 3 and you get a lot more back when you harvest them. Okay, oh, he's been very good. Get in there, Mr. Villager. We're done! And I've had a lot of drowns wanting to come in here. But these guys have been safe, so this setup is working. They are protected from all the nasties. So I am going to get to work creating a great big carrot and potato farm. I am out of time for today. This has taken me far too long to record, and I keep running out of space on my hard drive, so that's taken up a lot of time too. I have done a tutorial for the sugarcane farm. It is a 0-tick sugarcane farm. If you want to check that out, there will be a link in the description, or there will be a link in the top right of your screen right now. Other than that, I really hope that you enjoyed today's episode. Thank you so much for watching, and for watching it all the way to the end if you're here. Do hit that like button, and if you really enjoyed it, please do subscribe. Oh, I'm exhausted. Subscribe. It really helps out the channel. Other than that, I will see you next time. Bye.